yet another amazing and vibrant Thursday Live. Last week we were visiting Samita Welman in Grootbrak, and she does the most beautiful quaint gifts for the pastorie in Grootbrak, and I'm still carrying my heart the lovely experience from last week. Today I'm with the very talented Sharon Welman, who creates the most beautiful murals with Tjhoko paint. And as I said last week, it's all about the connections, the relationships, the friendships that happen with Tjhoko, and more than just the painting, it's with these personal connections that are formed. So it's so lovely for me to be with you today, Sharon. And we recently did a shoot for the Home magazine together. So in the Jan issue of the Home magazine, you will see a beautiful mural that Sharon has done, and we've created a table setting around that. But today, we are standing actually in a space that she has transformed. It's a nursery. And she is going to guide us step by step how to do a mural in your own space. Because I think murals are something that's so daunting, and we, even myself, will be afraid to attempt something like that myself, but we are going to follow your lead today, Sharon, with steps. And then for the months of November and December, the challenge will be a room makeover. So it's a room makeover challenge, something that you do within your own space where you use Tjhoko. And I'm challenging you now today to transform a room in your space and share those creatives with us and your ideas. So just follow all the steps that we will share on our socials. Okay, Sharon, I'm done with all the talking. The floor is now yours. You share with us where you find your inspiration and what the steps are and the different techniques to do murals in a space.
Thank you for having me, Nadine. It's wonderful to be here. This is something I'm extremely passionate about, painting in any form, and I particularly love the Tjhoko brand. I'm not going to lie, they're my favorite paints. And I especially love using them because of the coverage that you get. It's not 1,000 coats later, and the colours are beautiful. So where do I get my inspiration? Anything inspires me. I'm a bit of a magpie, so whatever I see, I keep it in a little file. My computers are loaded with files of different wonderful things I see, and I just keep them there, and then suddenly something will trigger, and then I'm in the mood. I do this for a living, so my ideas generally come from the clients. So they will give me a jumping off point, like this one was for a jungle theme. The little girl was only 2, so initially we steered away from realistic animals and things and toned it right down, and so I've got the more simplistic stuff. So when we get an idea, you can work around it and put your own little take on it. Next step, once you have settled on an idea, just remember the proportions of your wall and the proportions of your reference must sort of match, especially if you can't draw freehand. The next thing is to prepare your wall very well. Obviously no cracks, peeling paint, get that all sorted. There's no point putting in all the effort and it peels off later. So today the demonstration I'm going to do is, I find this. I don't know who the original artist is, so I can't give him credit, but I just love the colours, and it looked very simple to do for the purposes of this, because it's mainly blocks and so of colour, it's simple shapes.
That looks simple to you, but to me that looks very daunting.
Yeah, I've got to remember not everybody can draw freehand, so.
But you have a plan.
I have a plan for you guys. So now, when you get to your wall, it's so intimidating to look at a blank space. It's just, Anyway, now if you can't draw, there's a way that you can use a few ways. You can use a projector. They're okay, but if you're indoors and you can dim the lights a bit because you need to see the lines, it's projecting. And on a dark wall, it's impossible. So it can have to be a light background. The other thing you can do is this grid system, which I'm going to show you. It's very effective and it's quite accurate. But for people like me that are impatient as all head and that do this for a living, I can't take this long to get it onto the wall. So another way, you can use a stencil, you can enlarge parts of your drawing that are too difficult. I mean, you can draw a leaf, fine enough. If you want to put the bird in, you can blow it up on your computer and it prints it out. And you can simply put it on the wall and get it into position, take it down and trace it outwards. I would put carbon paper behind and just be very accurate because once it covers on the wall, you're not getting it off. I also mark my reference with a grid. I do like 2 centimeter square blocks. I just don't, I can't see tiny things, so we don't need smaller ones. Then you get to your wall, measure the long part, and then measure how many blocks you've made on your picture. So say there was 20, and you've got your measurement there, the longest measurement. Then you can divide that measurement into 20. And then you'll get the number of blocks, the amount of how big this block must be. So then I'm now just pretending this is a wall.
You did very well. But that, okay. And then as accurate as possible.
You mark out your grid. Then it can be very confusing because if you don't pay attention, you're in the wrong block. That's why I write 1 to whatever there, and I use the letters of the alphabet at the side, or vice versa. And then I do the same on the grid here, because then you can go, if you get a bit lost, you can go, I'm in I1. Then you know where you are. And then you can look up here, I and 1, and it's there. So then you start with, so I'm going to draw the bird. I'm in block, where are we? Oh, my glasses on, sorry. Anyway, there we are. So you go to the block, you can see just a little bit over there. At the bottom left-hand side is the head. So you know that block is like that. So you go into the corner and you just follow that shape. And then it goes through the next block, right through there. And so you go. And it's a good idea to put your finger on the block and then just draw what you are seeing in the block. Don't draw the thing. And pretty soon you'll have your picture sorted out. And I'll just draw it in black marker now so you can see it because the pencil's very light.
What medium will you use on your wall to do the actual drawings and even the correct lines?
If it's a light wall, I use willow charcoal. Don't use normal charcoal. It's going to be a killer to get off. Willow charcoal is made from burnt willow bark, and you can just wipe it off. If you put it on, you can just do that and it comes off. So what I do is I very lightly mark, I don't mark the grid, but you could draw your thing and then paint, and afterwards when everything's dry, you just take a dry cloth and just wipe, and the charcoal goes away. So once you've now got your design on the wall, you can step back every now and again and see if you're doing it freehand. When you're drawing a straight line, use a spirit level because, we all tend to draw like this when we stay too close. And it's not like being at an easel, where you can see, it's like big, so you're too on top of the wall. Anyway, so once it's on, with your dark wall, you can use chalk, sorry. And it's the same principle, you can wash it off. Okay, so we've got that down. Did I mention? Yeah, I didn't mention that. Okay,
so it makes sense, and actually it's something that I'm ready to already
actually not as difficult as it looks. It's very easy actually. So now I've just, obviously now, I don't know if you can see the pencil, I've just done this freehand.
Of course you can.
There's no way I was going to get another brick. So now you can start painting. I choose my colours, obviously, even before I come to paint.
Yeah.
Because you've got to make sure you've got them.
Yeah.
I mix a lot of colours together, which is lovely. You can do that with a chalk or just use them. They've got the most divine greens. So, for right now, also, it's a good idea to invest in a decent ladder. I'm speaking from experience.
I'm sure.
Also, have a home for your page when you're doing murals, like in a box. I've got plastic little crates that I stand my bottles in because, you're painting and step back and look, there goes your paint, or your water, or the pocket, or whatever.
Yeah.
I also don't use plastic drop cloths. When the paint drops on there, you step in and it's a nightmare. I use old towels because they just suck it up and it's fine.
Yeah.
So I also use a big bucket for my water. And then I just throw my brushes in there while I'm changing colours and doing stuff with So doing a mural is also very physical. So you're going to feel it after a day, up and down a ladder.
But you've got beautiful legs. I can see that you're on a ladder all the time. Your legs down.
I'm going to tell you my physios on speed now. No, but it's actually very enjoyable, and then you go into another zone and just chill out and stuff. Okay, so now, when you've got it on, you step back, you're happy, you can begin painting. So we've got here a whole bunch of colours, which I did have a look at to match the picture, more or less.
Let me get your picture back. Sorry, Sharon.
Okay.
I'm saying
No problem.
Okay.
So I just, obviously when they print now, they print all different colours, depending on which printer you use. So it's just more or less a guide. So don't panic that yellow there, that greeny colour doesn't, you can use whatever comes up, whatever you want. So now I've chosen more of that palette, and I'm going to show you, I use broad brushes. I love these ones with no handles. I don't like, I would say to you, start with big brush strokes and go smaller. So now, if I was painting this mural here, I would start with all of this, just the colours, not the detail. You don't bother with that now, just that paint. And find all the big things and cover it with paint. It also, it's not so daunting then.
Yeah.
Then you can come with the tinier brushes and do a little bit of detail with it.
And that's also satisfying.
Yeah.
Seeing
Very
it
pretty. And it pulls it together. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to just do, say now, I'm not going to use the exact colour. I don't even, if you're on a wall, you can, I diluted a little bit on the walls because they're quite porous. And if you're working outside, it's hot.
Yeah.
And the paint dries it's thick quite quickly.
Yeah.
And also if you want to make a nice flow, it must have a slight more fluidity to it. So now I'm going to do this leaf here. I'm not going to do each leaf now. I'm going to just drag the brush like that, that's the stem. And then I'm going to start filling in, I think I'm bring my glasses down like a monkey. And then which is why I love these so much, you just drag it like that.
Oh, wow.
And don't be too,
I think sometimes we are too critical and we try to be too perfect.
It doesn't need to be. I'm just going to sort it out. I know we're not supposed to contaminate the kind of stuff. That's how my studio looks. And I can just do other greens in between. So because the plant is never just one colour. And I should have started with the background, but that does start. That was another thing, eh?
Yeah.
Don't start with the foreground. So I wanted the whole background to be a bluish green colour. And there's some leaves going on here. So I would do those first and then come back, and do this on top.
So will you actually cover your pencil or your charcoal drawings with the background colour and then afterwards kind of fill in?
It's a bit, if you're going to do a wall that's like light blue.
Yeah.
And your background's already there. I don't have to scale.
Okay.
So for this, I should have painted the whole thing light blue, say.
Okay.
And then
The drawing and the grid on top of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just a shortcut. It's just trying to go in between each thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can do it, but yeah. Okay. Then I also want to do is I mix colors. I don't worry. Say I don't have an orange. I'm using this beautiful yellow.
Joy. You don't need to remember the names. That's my job. And real
And
race.
they have such beautiful names. So, you just add more yellow. And so now if I was doing this flower now, I'll just drip in a bit of orange here and there. And then some drip in there. And then just blend it. I like to do wet on wet as well. And be generous with the paint, don't skimp. There's lots of it. And that's what it's for. It goes forever and ever, whole thing. Yeah, it goes very far. So that's So now you fill up the back, do all the background, wait for it to dry. Sometimes on a wall, if it's porous, I like to do all that. Sometimes got a very matte, good quality paint on. It's not enamel, but it's got a slight sheen. And then you need to have 2 coats. So that's a bit of a pain, but it is what it is. So then I'll wait for it to dry. I'll be like, that's why when I work, I'll work a bit here, a bit there, and then I come back with the same colour that I've mixed. So I mix enough.
Yeah.
And then,
So your second.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's important to mix enough when you start mixing colors.
Yeah. Because, it's okay if you're doing foliage.
Yeah.
But if you're doing something skinny, if you're going to be that, brave.
You need to have it.
Yeah. Also, what else can I tell you? Yeah, so be brave and just be fearless. It's paint. If it's a mess, just paint over it again white and start again. Don't inhibit yourself with, and little eyes. Another thing to get investing is this horrible
Let's see, I've never seen a brush like
this. This is called a rigger. It's a lining brush. So I'm just going to use this green because I love it so.
Silence.
Yeah, you have to have it with water. The more water you've got. So now, if this was already painted, I'm just doing those lines, you can just drag them, and it goes a long way because it holds a lot of paint, and then you get the really nice. So brushes are actually also key. Yeah, because they get messed up on the walls because the walls are quite abrasive. So I have pots of brushes.
Yeah.
I've had to cull them at some point because it's just too much. I love these little brushes. I think I bought them at the tiny shop actually. They come in all shapes and stuff. And I love them because they're so thin and you can use the sides of them so beautifully, or you can put a big amount of paint on in once, like in doing that. It's just like done. No time for,
But also you do this as a career.
Yeah.
So like we said earlier today, for me, this time is money in
Yeah.
your life. You
Yeah.
can't be pedantic over
No.
everything.
No.
Things need to go quick, it needs to be effective. Sharon, we adore your talent. And we appreciate it so much that you share things with us. Show us the end result because
This is sort of the end. You can see I started with the background there, and then, fold it and you come forward. Also remember, when you're painting in things that are in the background, they're lighter.
Yeah.
That's why I went for the lovely, what colour is that? This one?
Savage
Skeppy. Sorry, I don't know the names, I just know the colours. And then I didn't have purple, so basically I thought, so I just mixed a bit of that, and I don't know what something, and a red. And I came out with that lovely, the line, that salmon like line thing. So you can mix colours. And you'll see also, I've broken up the leaves a bit. They're not just, they have little, you also need to know what a leaf looks like. Don't just imagine it and just think, because that's what people do when they're drawing and painting. They're not looking. So use your eyes and look what you see. Because you can see it, but you just gloss over it and you think the tree looks like that little thing.
Exactly.
And it doesn't look like that at all. You've just got to learn to look. And that's what painting is about. Anyway, so that's my process.
That is amazing.
It's doable. It's very, anybody can do it, I think. You don't have to, you could do geometric shapes on a wall. You didn't have to do this so technically, but yeah, it's very enjoyable.
I'm going to do a mural. I'm first going to challenge myself to do it because I've been wanting forever. I saw your work in the Home magazine and we will share with everyone now. And it's so inspirational just to know that there is a art. If I work on a grid, anyone can be an artist. Follow block for block and design what needs to be designed in each block. And then, okay, so if I need to remind myself of what the steps are, prepare the surface. The wall needs to be in good condition. Then you do make sure that you first paint the background colour, that is sorted. Then you start with the grid planning and spacing. Dark colour you use chalk, light colour you use willow charcoal. You do your planning and then you start with the background images on your plan. Also to be realistic and to choose something that actually works on the size of the wall, proportions. And then actually to enjoy the process.
I just wanted to point out that this picture was on a pillar, painted on a pillar. So that's why it's mainly this part. And then I just added more leaves on the side. So, So you can expand it if you have the courage to do it anyway.
That's beautiful. I'm so inspired. I can't wait to actually do a mural. I also want to congratulate Dominique van Eden-Conradi and Swanay Veldsman for being our furniture makeover winners for October. Congratulations, girls. We are so proud of you. And then a sincere thank you for Sharon for all the preparation that she has done to be here today. We are, as a conclusion, going to share the presentation with you. But before that, message until next week is to live fearless. Try something new, put yourself out there, and create without any inhibition. Trust yourself, trust your gut, and try something new. That's the only way that we are going to discover something amazing about ourselves. So here is Sharon's, let me just insert my password. Beautiful slideshow that Kate is going to share with everyone, and a goodbye. Sharon, is there something else you want to say?
No.
Are you? Have you said everything you want?
Yes.
I love you too, Beth. Thank you for being with me. Okay. Here you go with the beautiful creations of our very own, proudly South African artist, Sharon Welman.
What I did actually want to say was I have done a process video of this wall on my Facebook page if someone wants to watch it to see the steps that I did.
And it's Sharon Welman Artistry.
Yeah.
And Welman with one
L. Yes.
Okay. Oh, that is still one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's quite daunting when you get to a place and you look up and you see the 3 mile high ceiling. You're like, eesh, you're back. Okay.
And how tall was that mural?
It was fairly tall, but I've done ones that will go right up double volume, and that's terrifying. Then you need scaffolding and stuff,
Oh, that's also gorgeous for a nursery. That's the picture that you will see in the Home magazine. How beautiful is that mural?
I just love the monkeys.
They are gorgeous. Ah, that is beautiful.
Obviously, I've done a lot more, but these are the ones with Tjhoko paint.
Okay. Thank you. that you shared with us. So special.